President Bola Tinubu held a meeting with a delegation of Nigerian Muslim leaders. The delegation, led by Sheikh Dahiru Bauchi, visited the presidential villa in Abuja on Thursday. Recall that the Islamic leaders had recently volunteered to engage with the coup leaders in Niger Republic on behalf of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. During their visit to the President Tinubu, the ulama who are against the idea of military intervention in Niger briefed him on the outcomes of their trip to Niger Republic. Their main focus was the political situation in the country. The religious leaders believe that pursuing military solution could have severe consequences, and that their religious beliefs and the teachings of the Quran emphasize the importance of seeking mediation before turning to warfare. Following their discussion with the president, he instructed them to return to Niger Republic to engage in dialogue with the junta. Have a look.
Mr. President is interested in exploring peaceful options in this, but nothing is off the table. He has asked the ulamas to continue their dialogue, and they will continue to do that. The next line of action is that dialogue will continue. Mr. President, as the head of ECOWAS, is interested in pursuing peaceful resolution of this crisis. But like I said, nothing is off the table. Mr. President has said he should continue to engage, and the ulamas will continue to do that. By the way, he has appreciated their effort to finding a solution to this issue. He's encouraging them to continue, and he has thanked them, and efforts are ongoing.
And he still give us the mandate that we should continue to take this dialogue and discuss with those junta over there, because they gave us listening ear, and we are sure through peaceful discussion we'll be able to achieve what we want. And we are still going back there to ensure that through amicable way, through peaceful way, as spiritual leaders, we'll be able to do and contribute what we can be able to do. What we want is, we don't want war. We want peace to reign in our region.
Of course, we want peace. And elsewhere, the ongoing leadership crisis within the Labour Party has taken an unexpected turn with a recent development. On Thursday, the Court of Appeal in Owerri, Imo State, made a decision that resulted in the removal of Julius Abure from his position and the official acknowledgement of Lamidi Apapa as the national chairman of the party. Interestingly, this development comes shortly after a similar event occurred just 10 days prior. During that instance, the Court of Appeal in Benin City, Edo State, had upheld Julius Abure as the national chairman of the party. In addition to this, the Court of Appeal in Owerri has issued an order to the Independent National Electoral Commission to promptly recognize and publish the names of all governorship candidates that were put forward by the National Working Committee led by Lamidi Apapa. This pertains specifically to Imo, Bayelsa, and Kogi states. Furthermore, the court invalidated the gubernatorial candidacy of Senator Athan Achonu from Imo State, as well as other candidates aligned with the faction led by Julius Abure within the Labour Party. We'll have a clip on this.
The FCT restraining order has to do with criminal matter. And I've said it several times. Criminal matter, which has to do between the state and Aburi. And nobody has a right, nobody is above the law. That's the difference between the civil matter and criminal matter. So that's on that. The order of FCT has not been vacated. And that is why, on the basis of that, the appeal court reaffirmed that by the time he conducted his primary, restraining order was in place, and up to today, the order is still in force.
Two things basically crystallized from the judgment of today. Two things crystallized from the judgment. And one of them is the fact that Alhaji Bachiru Lamidi Apapa has been authenticated as the acting national chairman of the Labour Party. The second point I want to make or that crystallized from the judgment of today is the fact that only candidates that participated and emerged from the primary conducted by the Apapa-led Labour Party, that is the authentic candidate in Imo State, in Bayelsa State, and in Kogi State. The issue in that Benin matter was only as it pertains to his suspension by his word. The issue before the court was the legality or otherwise of his suspension by his word, whether the ward executive followed the procedure stated in the Labour Party constitution in suspending him.
And in the ruling All Progressive Congress, the party leadership has dissociated itself from reports stating that the Abdullahi Ganduje-led National Working Committee of the party has replaced 2 officials that have resigned. This was announced via a statement from APC's Kogi State Chairman, Abdullahi Bello. He said that the names of these replacements, which are circulating, didn't originate from the state chapter, thus violating the APC constitution by individuals causing disruption. Bello explained that after the resignation of these officials, Kogi State's APC, led by Governor Yahaya Bello, made to ratify and propose replacements for the vacant positions. Bello noted that the state chapter ratified Yahaya Ade Ismail as the new Deputy National Publicity Secretary and Isiaka Musa as the Zonal Organizing Secretary for North Central. He then expressed concern that the National Working Committee introduced unfamiliar names that hadn't been approved locally, supposedly citing presidency interest. And while the so-called bigger parties are neck deep in internal wranglings, emerging political parties are strategically positioning themselves ahead of the election, possibly to grab the people's mandate. In the studio this evening, we are joined by the governorship candidate of the Young Progressive Party, YPP in Kogi State, Dr. Sam Omale, to discuss issues around the Kogi governorship election and his readiness. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
We're happy having you in the studio.
Thank you. Thank you.
As if 2027 is here, looking at,
intrigues.
Exactly. Look at the crisis in Labour Party and then in this. And I want to have your takes. Definitely. We have 3 big stories. Let's start with the ulama in Niger. In less than 30 seconds, what is your take? Yeah.
My take is that I support the view on the action taken by the ulama. It's a wise counsel.
Right.
Because war does not solve any problem.
It doesn't.
It will come to the round table again. So why go through that route?
Yeah.
So the route is to go to the conference table. And mark you that these people, they are also independent.
Yeah.
And going ahead will make Africa, West Africa, a theater of war.
Oh, sorry.
The Wagner groups, the mercenaries from all over the place. Why should we make Africa a theater of war? Why should we make Africa a market where weapons will be sold?
So Tinubu is actually maybe towing the path of popular opinion now that he's giving a lot of traction to the option of diplomacy, especially using the ulamas who have large followership across Africa and the world. Yeah,
that's the way to go.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be that aggressive.
All right, thank you. And the crisis in Labour Party, you can see Lamidi Apapa, appeal court in Imo saying he is the authentic chairman. Just less than 10 days ago, another appeal court in Benin said Julius Abure is the chair. Where are we heading to? Is the judiciary really on the same page with itself?
I think the judiciary is our problem now. It's supposed to be the last point for the ordinary person. It's the last point for justice. But as it is now, they are the one causing more confusion for us. Because appeal court, whatever location it is within the jurisdiction of Nigeria. And if one appeal court has made a judgment, the next port should be the Supreme Court. Or I don't know the electoral matter, they don't go to Supreme Court. So who should we obey? The one that gave the judgment first or the last one?
And these are courts of, equal jurisdiction.
So since there's a pending, already an existing case that have been decided, why should there be another one?
Yeah, all right, thank you very much.
I think the party should just resolve it.
All right, we'll go to Kogi, but before that, we'll take a short break, and when we return, the conversation continues. Don't go away. Welcome back. As I said earlier, we have Dr. Sam Omale in the studio. He's the gubernatorial candidate of Young Progressive Party, YPP, in Kogi State. Yeah, welcome once again.
Thank you.
As I speak with you now,
Yes.
Yahya Bello is at the APC Secretariat in Abuja because he wasn't comfortable with the choice of, replacement of two key positions, publicity secretary and the other one in Kogi State, and he wants it reversed. Yes. He is rounding up. Why do you think he is all out to see that his landmarks, remain virtually everywhere?
Well, I think that's the question he should be answering himself, because having done your term, you should let other people come in. So I won't know what is in his mind that he wants to plant his stooges all over the place. Okay. There's no need for that. You've done your bit, let other people come in and build on your legacy. See, this is the problem Africa has all over the place. And there's no need for it. A tenor is a tenor. No matter who you put there, it cannot be you.
Yeah.
It's different. So let him finish in 2 months, 3 months' time, let him go away and let new people come in. I think that's my own.
Doctor, you have traveled widely.
Yeah.
You've seen it. You've seen how politics is being played all over the world.
Yeah.
Is it the same?
No, not the way it is in Nigeria. No, definitely. Politics in Nigeria, in Africa generally, is unfortunately a very selfish thing. Politics, definition of politics in Nigeria for me is I, me, myself.
Okay.
It's about the
self-serving.
Yeah, it's about the person. It's about the individual that is stronger than the country, stronger than the institution, stronger than the court, stronger than their party, the individual. Outside, politics is about service to the people, which is what, by the way, my party message is. It's about service to the people. Because people see politics in this part of the world as investment, trade, and even as occupation. No, politics is about service. You got experience from somewhere. You have seen a need for the people. You have seen where you can serve people. Then you put yourself in. Mostly people that are accomplished, people that don't need anything from the system.
Yeah.
But the reverse is the case.
Here, where people go for loans.
Yeah, jobless, who have no experience, have never worked anywhere before, no experience, no legacy, touts. They just jump into politics as a way of rehabilitating themselves. And so you see African politics, Nigerian politics with people who are not fit to be there in the first place.
Yeah, and is that why they borrow a lot of money? They collect money from friends, acquaintances, and even people they don't know with a pledge to compensate them.
Yeah. You see, that's it. Politics in Nigeria has been very monetized.
Oh, sad.
Monetized, and that's why the people that really want to come in cannot come in. It's as I came in that I just saw the ugliness. And I now say why qualified people with genuine interest to serve the people, they can't put themselves through this. I mean, I've seen it that it's like, why am I even here? But I'm here because I see the yearnings and the pain of my people.
And that's why
that's I'm
okay, you are facing 3 strong. You are also very strong. We know this.
Definitely.
You are facing 3 strong contenders also.
Yeah.
Ododo, who is actually there on behalf of Yahya Bello.
Yes.
I mean, you have, some, are saying that he's there for Yahya Bello. You have Dino Melai, PDP. You have Ajaka, SDP.
Yeah.
Why did you choose YPP in the first instance?
Yeah.
And how are you going to confront these contenders?
Easy. Very easy.
All right.
The politics in Kogi State this time is not about the party.
Oh, what is it about then?
Personality.
Okay.
Capacity. Capability. Connection. International connection and ability and skills to turn the vast potentials, natural human resources that is in Kogi State into what people can benefit from.
You mentioned almost 5. You possess all of them?
Yeah.
Explain. Okay.
No, before we go there, you asked me why am I...
Yes, YPP.
So the first question, the first answer is YPP, like I said, has a mantra of service to the people.
Oh, that's the attraction.
Yes, I mean, that's their motto. And they want, especially the people that have been marginalized, people that have been deprived from bringing out the skill that they have. My advantage over these three you mentioned.
Yeah.
Number one, if you mention any of them, Dino, Ajaka,
Ododo,
ask them what is their work experience.
Okay.
They have not worked anywhere that I know.
Do you know a senator?
Senators don't work. It's politics. You graduated from school.
Ajaka, he was...
never worked anywhere.
Yeah.
We're talking of technocrats. We're talking of people that have worked with people that have managed anything. Politics is not where you learn leadership. It's not where you learn management. It's not where you learn relationship.
And Ajaka had served as Deputy National Publicity Secretary of APC, while Ododo, commissioner in the state.
You don't get experience from those places.
Okay.
It's politics. Politics cannot prepare you for governance. It cannot prepare you for leadership. That's the problem we have always had. People jump into, especially Nigerian politics, that is not prepared. It doesn't equip you.
So what differentiates you from them?
What differentiates from these three, and easily, what will be them? Number one, okay, Dino represents PDP. PDP have ruled in that state longer than any other party.
Yes.
But see where the state is. So they have no justification for him coming up at all. APC took over from PDP. 8 years, it has been down the hill.
Wow. No any progress.
Go to Kogi and tell me the presence of governance. Tell me one thing that they have done.
You mean one?
Just mention one thing. I mean, if
I saw some hospitals.
Which hospitals?
And then there was even commissioning at the, the reference center, the flyover and all that.
The commission flyover of 500 meters. Fly it away. Anyway, people, the human beings that are there are not being paid salaries. Don't even mention of the pensioners.
But what is their population when you compare that with the reference hospital built by Ayabello?
Who is attending it?
Okay.
Who's attending it? Is it functional? Are we sending people from all over the country to go to that place? Is
it that he didn't put the equipment?
Anyway, please, I really don't want to talk about whatever they have done.
Okay, fine.
But
okay, let's focus on you then.
Exactly. Yeah. The people know that the past 8 years and the past 32 years have been a calamitous journey. The past 32, Kogi was created 32 years ago. There's no evidence. There's nothing to show that they have made any progress.
And it is called confluence.
All those, they are all potentials. But if you don't have it, you can't give it. I know how to turn that confluence into a money spinner.
How?
It's tourism. How many confluences are there in the world? There are less than 3. We have 1.
Oh.
Yeah. How many confluences do you think are you a geography student? Go and Google it. It's not more than 3 or 4. That's where 2 rivers or 2 oceans join.
Big ones.
They don't exist. So that one is an attraction by itself. And if you look at the topography of Kogi State, of Lokoja, for example, the Mount Party that's very high into the sky, you do a cable car from there to the confluence. Tourism is one of my major landmarks.
Is it your area of interest, or you studied it all?
No, I didn't study, but I'm an economist. I'm a financial economist.
Okay.
With the 10th bias towards new development.
Okay.
So I know exactly how to turn those things now. And I already have people, people that have interest in those investments.
Oh, you have started harvesting?
Of course. No, I've already, they're contacting me already. And I've already,
but Kogi is highly indebted. Will they be willing to come and invest in it?
No. Indebtedness is different from me. Indebtedness by government is sovereign. Okay. So if you lend to government, you will be paid. But these are investors that are coming. They are coming on their own. They come, we give them the license to operate, and they bring business there. And through the business operation, we'll be able to generate income. And maybe we'll begin to pay down the debt. So the debt that are owed by the government does not concern individuals. Yeah, they don't.
All right. Now, to finish
that question, so if you mention each one of them, none of them has the experience. None of them has the work experience. None of them has established a business like I have done. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I sit on 3-4 companies right now. Wow. I've been a board member all my life. I've worked here and abroad. That experience, you can't buy it. So, and you cannot give what you don't have. These guys have not managed anything. So they cannot even to dare to think of managing Kogi State is an insult to us. Ajaka, for example, it's an APC person. It's an APC person. So it's the same thing. APC cannot rule us again, whatever way they do. Kogi State are smarter now, and they know who can serve them better.
But you see, they will say they are on ground. How grounded have you been at home? Maybe people know you, you have reached out?
People, you see, forget about these hired crowds you see all over the place. I'm a grassroots person. I'm a farmer's son. Don't forget that I actually schooled in that place. Unlike some of them who didn't even go to school. And they parade themselves. Some of them didn't go to school, or they went to school somewhere. They said they didn't go to school. I schooled there. I went through primary school. I went through secondary school there. And you think those my classmates, I don't know. I'm a teacher. I've taught several people in that place. As late as 2 years ago, last year, I taught over 400 youths on entrepreneurship, pro bono.
You put them
together. And I'm still working with them. They need a change of mindset. They need to know the skills, the gifting that is inside of them that they don't know. I taught them through. I'm a grassroots person. I'm known in all the total local government areas. I have all my coordinators in all the total local government areas. We are working strategically and in a deliberate way that would shock the people.
There is a fear of violence ahead of the election. Are you ready to ask people to go out and cast their vote? Will they be secured?
You see, the issue of security is a funny one. Number one, the people that want to perpetrate violence, what are they afraid of? I mean, what are they afraid of? You see, democracy should be allowed to run free. How will you want to kill the people you want to rule over?
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. So why do you want to intimidate people that you're actually a servant? See, that they still don't understand what policy is about. Policy is about service. You are a servant. I'm applying to be the servant of Kogi State. And if I'm a servant trying to get employment from you, why would I want to kill you? So the people have been educated now to know that violence is a sign of cowardice. You don't even trust yourself. And the people right now are ready to stand.
You are standing on the platform of Young Progressive Party. How close are you to the youths? And are they willing to come out? Because,
of course.
The last election wasn't really palatable, going by, the dismal outing of youths during the real election.
Because they were...
This is your final question, thank you.
They were disappointed, the youth were disappointed, but I'm bringing hope to them now.
All right.
I'm coming as someone who really understands them, and someone who is able to bring the gifts and the skills that are hidden in them, and someone who wants to actually develop the environment in which they can thrive. You cannot rise above your environment, and the environment in Kogi State and all over Nigeria is hostile to any mental reasoning. It's so debilitating that you cannot be progressive in this. So, and that's what we're coming. So the youth are on my side. In fact, they are the people I'm working with.
Traditional rulers?
Traditional rulers, I've seen all of them. They're actually excited that someone like me has decided to come.
All right.
Because we're debunking the usual traditional politicians of boom and bust and all this noise they carry about, promises that they cannot keep. I've challenged them that, I've told my people that every promise I've made and I'm making, if I don't keep them, I will be the one to resign. You don't even have to wait for me.
You will resign?
We'll
have the first governor to resign at his own volition.
And I'm actually waiving my immunity as a governor.
All right.
No, I'm waiving my immunity as a governor.
Wow. All right. Thank you very much for pledging to waive your immunity as governor so that people can hold you to account. By the grace of God, we'll bring you back to hear more from you. And thank you very much for coming to the program, Dr. Sam Omale.
Thank you for having me. You didn't ask me of my policies.
Of course, we'll delve on that when we invite you. Most likely before the election.
Yeah, definitely. Because I have 5 things you can see on the palm of your fingers.
We will come and dissect them ahead of the election. I assure you. Thank you very much. And viewers, we've heard from Dr. Sam Omale. I have to bring him back. We'll go on a short break, and when we return, another conversation commences. Don't go away.